Good morning, everyone. Today, I will discuss with you the transformative learning theory. In 1978, Jack Mezirow, the father of transformative learning theory, introduced this theory to help explain how adults change the way they interpret the world. Most of the time, when we learn new information, it fits into the existing patterns or pathways in our brains. It fits with what we already know. If you already play a violin, by the way, this young lady is my daughter. She plays the violin, guitar, and piano, and other string instruments. I make this as an example because basically, transformative learning is for adult learning, particularly young adults. She is now in her senior high school, and next year she will be a student in the tertiary level. Now we go back. When you learn a new piece in playing a violin, your new learning fits with what you already know about music, about notes, about scales, rhythms, and how musical sound is created. If you learn a new instrument like guitar, you will transfer some of what you know to the new context. This new instrument may enhance your skill or offer new ways to create sound, but it generally will not challenge or cause you to question what you previously understood about music. But if you experience something that causes you to question what music is and how it is created, that could be the trigger for a transformative learning experience. If what you learn changes the way you understand music itself, then you have a new story frame about what music is. This is a transformative learning experience. What then is transformative learning? It is the process of affecting change in a frame of reference. It says further that transformative learning essentially means to effect a change. Maybe you are familiar with a movie entitled Transformers. In this movie, the robots in this movie can disguise themselves by transforming into daily machinery, primarily vehicle. What I am trying to say here is that transformative learning essentially means to effect a change, a permanent change on the part of the learner. Frames of reference have cognitive and emotional components, the habits of mind and the points of view. The habits of mind are affected by previous learning experiences and cultural norms, while the points of view are the student's personal beliefs and attitudes. Now let us discuss the key concepts of transformative learning. Number one is experience is integral to learning. Experience can be there and now, or a memory involving us emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and socially. The next is critical reflection. Effective learning does not necessarily follow a positive experience, but from reflecting. The next is development. Individual development, individual level of development, I should say, is inherent in an outcome of the process. We can become better thinkers as our individual and cognitive development evolves. Now we have context. Jack Mezirow's theories were developed on women returning to work and uncritically reflects the values of the dominant culture. The next key concept of transformative learning is what we call rationality and affect. The proponent of this theory has an over-reliance on rationality as the means of effecting transformation, and this is a westernized concept. The role of relationships is closely tied to the role of feelings, is the role of meaningful relationships and relational ways of knowing, according to Taylor, 2005. And the last key concept actually is controversial because Mezirow was criticized for focusing too much on the individuals at the expense of social change. But perspective transformation can also result in social change. This article, my friends, by Colin Peters Halopa, discusses about the readiness of both faculty and students in the tertiary level. Are students and faculty ready for transformative learning? In order for transformative learning in higher education to occur, both students and faculty must be ready to transform. However, students may not be ready to engage in self-directed learning activities and reflective learning. And faculty may not be ready to change their pedagogical practices to facilitate this transformation. Please allow me to discuss with you a little time on faculty transformation and students transformation. Because the goal of transformative learning is for our students and faculty to really transform. According to Ann Richards, teaching was the hardest work I had ever done, and it remains the hardest work I have done to date. Patricia Cranton, who has published extensively about transformative learning, noted in 2004 that faculty themselves are adult learners who have little training in instructional strategies and often do not view themselves primarily as teachers. She recommends professional development for faculty, use transformative education practices to model the creation of meaning, perspectives, and reflection. The next is student transformation. John W. Gardner says, much education today is monumentally ineffective. All too often, we are giving young people cut flowers when we should be teaching them to grow their own plants. You know, we in the tertiary level, we are very much afraid that when the limited face-to-face will come, we will cater students who are products of modular learning. Um, I have observed that students in the senior high school and the junior high school, that when they receive their modules, it has an answer key on it. I do not question the way the Department of Education delivered the modular learning during the pandemic. But what I am trying to question is that why is there an answer key on it? Okay? Most of the students who enrolled in the tertiary level in the undergraduate program are not transformative learners. They have extensively been exposed to traditional methods of teaching and assessment with a current concentration on performance on standardized tests in secondary education. My friends, if we employ transformative learning between and among our students as a teaching strategy, then this will develop higher order thinking skills, thereby producing quality, responsible, self-directed, lifelong learners. Thank you, and may God bless us all.